Hi there. Just thought I would do a short video just on a wee bit of release work for shoulders, and we can maybe do a wee bit for the hips at the end. Just this time, just everybody a bit stressed, a bit anxious, just the way of the world at the moment, and it might be nice just to take 10 minutes out of your day to chill and get a little bit of de-stressing. So for this today I'm using these spiky balls. So we're going to start with the balls just at the back, not really at the back of the shoulders, but just those muscles, those upper traps, or I call them like the little chicken fillets that just sit on the top of your back. Wee head cushion for the head, and you just let the weight of the body fall down onto the spiky balls. And just let the body relax into the mat. We can start, just let the arms float up, and already you can feel that little bit of pressure going into the muscles. And you can start what we call shoulder drops, reaching one arm and then releasing. Using the breath to help this. So you breath in as you reach, and breathe out to release. And that's really lovely to get a little bit of just relaxation, a little bit of trigger point release into those muscles. Now from here we can take it into different movements, letting the arm drop to the side, let the head roll, come back, letting the arm drop, the other arm drop, it's my tighter side, come back in, other side, and you could do a few more of those if you want. And then I just really like circles. You can start to get a little bit more. Now you can make the circles quite small. Allow the rib cage to soften, pelvis heavy. And as you draw the circles, you can keep them small, or you can make them a little bit bigger. Just letting the jaw relax, letting the shoulders relax. And you can just feel that extra pressure as the arms go overhead. We'll change direction now, and just allow the arms, again, just as big a circle as you want, and you feel the weight going down into those muscles, those upper traps, which are so tight in a lot of us, and they probably are a little bit tighter with what's been happening in the world over the last week or two. So after our circles, we can then take it just into what we call backstroke swimming. Lead with your thumbs. Or lead with your thumb going back, and then just the side of your hand, little finger side coming down on the mat beside you. Just do a couple more of those. It's really nice. Already it's starting to ease a little bit. It was quite sore when I put them in initially, and obviously a little tense. And last couple, and then taking the arms down by your side. Bring the heels a little closer in towards your hips, and we can take this up into bridge. Allow the pelvis to roll back, tipping the pelvis and the spine away from the mat, and then you get that little extra pressure onto the spikies as you come up. As you breathe out, soften the rib cage down and allow the spine to follow all the way back to the mat. We can take the arms into this position, which I think is a little bit better. Tip the pelvis, draw the sit bones together as we peel the spine away from the mat. That's probably as high as I need to go to get that extra pressure, though I could, I can go a little bit higher. And then allow the spine to drop, bone by bone by bone. Think of maybe trying to keep the weight even across your feet. Tip again, peeling up. This time let the arms reach back. Whoa, that is quite strong. And then we'll slide the spine, soften through the breastbone, breathing out as you go. Think of reaching those arms away as you take the spine back to the mat. Keep the arms here. We'll peel up again. That's quite a lot of pressure. If it's too much, don't go as high or change your arm position. And then we can slide and drop as you breathe out. bone by bone, lower ribs, waist, lower back, and pelvis. And just allow those sit bones to let go. Taking the arms back down by your side. Now I feel I've done enough for that. So I'm going to take the spikies out. And I can now put them, and actually the shoulders feel fab. A lot looser. And then we can put the spikies just, you don't want the dimples at the top of your hips. Just putting them there. Just allow the pelvis to drop. Well, again, just using that out breath to help the rib cage release and drop. But you should pretty well have a flat line between the little headlights here, your little bones at the front of the pelvis, and the lower ribs. From here, we can take it into a heel slide, reaching one leg away, sliding that leg back in, slide the other leg away, reaching out, opening up through the front of the hips, relax through the jaw, relax through the shoulders, feel the collarbones wide. Last one. And then, why don't we try a little opposite arm and leg, a little bit of star, make yourself as long as possible. See if you can keep those ribs down. You can teach it with the ribs flaring, but you get a little bit more stretch through the hip and the shoulder if you maintain the spinal position. Using that out breath to help the connection of ribs to pelvis and getting the stretch through the shoulder. We'll do one more either side, reaching away, coming back in, breath out. Organise this area, keeping this level. Sometimes we talk about that little glass of wine staying put on the lower tummy. Little move from side to side. We can tip the pelvis. Just gets a nice little myofascial movement at the lower back of the pelvis. Why not try a little seesaw? Let the pelvis roll around the hip joints. See if you can keep those thighs steady. You get a little bit more for the hip joints. And then folding one knee in. Try and maintain the connection so there's no arching of the spine. Draw the tummy in as we fold the second knee in. And then we give a hug. Draw those knees in towards the chest, which feels lovely. I'm going to set one leg down, lengthen it out. This brings it into more of a hip flexor stretch. And a wee bit of balance will be required because we're on the spikies. As one knee draws in, the other leg lengthens away. Keep the tension out of the jaw and the neck. We can do the same on the other side. Reach one leg away as you draw this knee in. Let's do a hamstring stretch now. So both knees come in again. Bring the legs together so you've got like one big leg. Reach the legs to the ceiling. Reach them up. Quite a lot of pressure again through the spikies. Again, at any time if it's too much on the back, too much sort of pressure, just change, just bend the knees, make it a little less. And let the knees hug in. Put one foot back down. Just draw some circles. Really easy. Just keep it nice and easy. This is all to de-stress and release tissues. We can do different ones for strengthening. And then let's try the other side. Just let that knee make a circle. Change direction, doing about 3 in each direction. You don't need the hand. Put that foot down, lengthen both legs out. A lot of weight onto the spike, that feels great. Arms overhead, long as a long thing. And stay here for a bit longer if you want, but I think that's enough. Bring the arms down by your side, slide the feet in, lifting the hips, set the spikies to the side, and feel how good that feels into the lower back. And that should do us. And hopefully that's helped to take a little bit of tension out of those shoulders and out of the lower back.